Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to jump back on the F100. I don't exactly remember where I left off. It's been a minute after doing the cam phaser swaps on the F150. That took a minute. Plus the holidays, you know how it goes. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So let me show you what I've gotten done. I know you might have seen some of it in the background. But what we got done here is we got the C channels put in, notched out, capped, reboxed, both sides. I went ahead and put the rear end back under it, measured it out, tacked in some angle iron on it so it won't move around, trying to keep it from going side to side as much as possible. I got the triangulated 4-link on this side, half in. We found what angle we need over here, and the biggest thing about this thing here is that I don't know why, but on Ford they offset their motors and transmissions, rear ends, everything to the passenger side. It's not a whole lot, but they do move it over to that side. Weight distribution, I don't know, but so when you're looking at a Ford rear end, they're offset to the passenger side a little bit. You actually have a shorter distance over on the passenger side of the pumpkin than you do the driver's side. But your angle should be fairly close. It's not a lot. So what we've put in here is I've gotten these just tacked in. This angle doesn't add up. This is a generic kit, really. So they just put these at a 45. That's not going to work for my application, so I did go ahead and cut out. I got to remember where I put them at. I cut out some new tabs, 1/4-inch plate steel, drilled them. Just whatever scraps I had laying around. So I'll get measurements on that. Like I said, I got this side tacked in because I can't sit still, so. Maybe I should have just run this thing like a vlog and just do what I do all the time. But anyhow, we're gonna try to get this one. You can see I've got the blue lines of where I've been mocking it up. Gonna tack it in. So let me get you up on up here. And like I say, going through, I know I did quite a bit with nobody being around, or not videoing it or nothing, but you know, sitting here watching me weld is not one of the major highlights. So let me get set up to weld this, or tack this thing in anyway. All right, now that I got everything set up, when I did this side, I just kind of got it put in there using the bracket I had. WAG method, but I did try to make where the joint is parallel with the rear end, so when it moves up and down, it's still smooth. Like I say, this side is going to be a slightly different angle. So what I did is I did take my handy dandy angle finder and put it on that side to find that angle, and then flipped it over to this side to find the angle. And then I have to go center with it a degree, maybe 2, not a lot. So that's how I came up with the angle to put these in. I got to set this in here just right so that I'm far enough away from the frame rail that I can get my bolts and stuff in and still have good articulation. So that's what I did with that. And that's pretty much where it needs to be. So I'm going to tack this in right there, like that. Then we'll get one to the front here. Whew, my glasses fogged up. And I don't like that at all. So now we're going to break that off because this is way far forward. It needs to be back more. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. I do have the right angle, it's just not in the right position. Oh. Yeah, that just needs to scoot back a little bit. That's all that needs to do. All right, let's put this back together again. Gonna eliminate a little bit of the weight off the front of this thing. All right, let's try this again. I like that much better. Well, this one's almost the same spot, but this one's back further. Okay. That's I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this over this way a little bit more. I can put the bolt in here. As long as that's, yeah, that's a pretty good angle right there. I just know I got to get enough to make my bolt not bottom out against the frame. So I like that. Close your eyes. Okay. Now let's put our hood on. Tack this up a little better than what I just did. This side. And one on the back. That's not a pretty pretty tack it all. That'll work right there, I believe. Shut that down for a minute. Oh yeah, that'll work. She's basically parallel with the shaft, and it's still kind of centered. It's not, because it's sitting at an angle, you got to look at it from corner to corner, and that's what I'm trying to do, is get it corner to corner and be on each side. It's a calibrated eyeball. You'll be fine. So now, what we need here is a tape measure. So what I'm gonna do now is find out how long my arm needs to be right here. And you gotta, basically, when you're measuring this, you want to go, when you're against the frame like that, you want to come from this inside edge to find the center of your hole. Otherwise, you're going to be the width of your tape measure off. So I'm looking at right about 5, right at 5 1/16. About 5 1/16. So what I'm gonna have to do is take one of my tabs that I've already made and do 5 1/16. So over here in our fabrication area, we got set up here, Jesus. There we go. So over here in our fab area, I got our sheet metal. And we need to grab a couple of these. Grab all of these. 5 1/16 from the center of the hole. And I would say the flat needs to be the top. It's coming across that. That may work. No. Just take. This one. And that ought to work right there where I already got it marked at. We'll use that. Let me cut this off. Gotta find my gloves and all that stuff. Let me chop this up, I'll be right back. Okay, I got this one cut out, bolted on here a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down a quarter inch plate off the top here. I smoothed it all down to the frame rail. And I'm gonna come off across here and just mark it ish. Okay. I should be able to bring this right here. And the top, what I did was when I made this, the top and the back are 90 degrees. So I should be able to come up and place this just at the bottom of my line. Take my little tabby poo here. Yeah, that'll work fine. So just the top of this, the touch of my line there, and we can tack this in. Don't make fun of the towel I taped to my welding hood. It's to keep the light out from the back. I was trying to look through here all the time, these lights couldn't see nothing. So here we go. Guess what? I can't see anything. Close your eyes. That'll hold it. Just hold it. That's all I need. Tap, tap, taparoo. I believe that'll do it. Need to raise it just a smidge. Yeah. Let me get one more tack down here at the bottom. Again, close your eyes. That ought to do it. Yeah, we're good. I'm just trying to keep it parallel with the bars, that's all. Then when I put this together, I'll put a piece across the top of it. That'll reinforce the whole thing. It's kind of like this. Short tab, long tab, one across the top. Same concept. I stole their idea. I don't know. It's not stolen, it's just the way it's done, I assume. Yep, okay. Let me get the long one. I don't have a tape measure over here. According to this, we're going to need to be very, 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 very long. Holy moly. 10 inches? That's a lot, 10 inches. I don't know if I got one that's 10 inches. I was thinking this was going to get cut off like here or something. Wowzers. I'm going to be making some new doohickeys here. Unless I make them short, and then that ain't gonna fly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut out some more tabs. I didn't think they were going to be that long. Wow. I like this one though, so. All right, well. Moral of the story is, before you cut out your tabs, loud noise, get some measurements. I didn't think that tab was going to be 10 inches long. It's quite the long tab. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna I gotta cut some more stuff. I don't. Yep. Be back in a minute. right, guys, so I got the other tab cut out. It is long. It'll work though, I promise. I'm gonna just use these 2 pieces of plate. It's not gonna be like a permanent thing. Just to square these up, I guess is what I'm going for here. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I believe that'll work. Let me tack these in right quick. Wear your safety equipment. Yep, that'll work. Okay. Take that off. See what I can see here. Take this off. Yep. There we go. Let me come around that side. So, as you can see, we got that welded in. She's, like I say, it's a long one. I didn't think these back brackets would be quite so long. That's 10 inches from the center of the hole to the back is 10 inches. I got a point where you can see. Yeah, from here to there is 10 inches. Like I say, I had that piece of plate up here. Probably what I'll do is I'm gonna come back in here, like right here, and put a gusset in there to strengthen this. Even though I come across, I'm gonna put one across the top here also. I'll have to grind this back out and run a bead across here. That may be just a smidge high, actually. It'll be all right. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna come in the center right there also. Put a gusset across the middle of that, just for strength. I mean, it's 1/4 inch thick steel. I don't think it's going anywhere, but it can't hurt anything. So, then I'll put a cap on top of it. Probably being about a 1/2 inch behind where that swivel is back here. That's kind of what they did on this. Well, no, that thing comes up to the center of the hole. So, yeah, that comes way up there. So we may do it that way, just bring it on up there. Anywhere right here. I keep doing that because I had it on wide angle, but yeah, anywhere close up to here will be fine. Put a brace in there and then cap the top of it. Those tacks inside there are going to be kind of a pain. This ain't going to be coming off, so I can weld it in there. It's not. Yeah, she's in there real good. All we got to do is that side over there. And I think our rear end will be pretty much locked in. I don't have the angle for the pinion yet, but these do have plenty of adjustment in them. And I don't have the bottom brackets are not, they're not plumbed, they're just stuck on there. And if y'all watched back when I stuck them on there, it was mainly so I could locate that rear end in the center of that before I cut out all the metal. So that's the only reason that was done like that. And I didn't move those arms at all. So now that I got the top dialed in to where it really needs to be, in this tack, it's not permanent. It will be soon though. I think I got it pretty much where I need it. So then I can go back to the bottom ones, plumb them up, weld them in, and then we can find our pinion angle, In order to do that, we're gonna have to put this big block in. So I do have the 460 right here. I pulled it out of storage. Got a C6 transmission to go behind it. So we're gonna snatch that off, hook it up with that, back and forth and back, anyway. And then we'll have to put the cross member back under here. And I took that out because I kept having to flip it back and forth while I was doing all the setup back here, doing the C-notch and closing all that, because I'd have to flip it over, weld the bottom, flip it back over, weld the top, flip it back over, do the other side. Anyway, so I just took that cross member out because it was heavy. Even though it's aluminum, it's still heavy. So we'll throw that back under there. This week, I have got to order the motor mounts. I can't remember the name of the company. I will say it later on in the video because this is just one more night. I can't remember the name of the company. Anyway, they make motor mounts for this Crown Vic swap, and I'll say their name because I don't know how to do that link in the description thing. I'll figure that out. If I can figure that out, I'll put a link in the description. But they make motor mounts that'll adapt with the Crown Vic subframe, which has the 4.6 in it, to put the 460 in there. So they got a big block adapter that goes in there. And from what I read, they got it where you can actually slide the motor back 4 inches, I think is what it said. That's a lot. That's a lot when you talk about sliding a motor. 4 inches a heap. But I could have read that wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, we're gonna get that put in. What I'm gonna do tonight is we're gonna get the other side mocked up right quick, tacked in, and that's probably gonna be it for this evening. I'll get back on her tomorrow evening, and we'll get the tops put on those. Probably the gusset. Need to put the gusset in the center of it, put the tops on them, and burn them in, because I think that's good to go right there. Like I say, we got enough adjustment. If our pinion is out, surely we don't have an inch worth of moving back and forth. I would hope we don't have to move that. If we got to move that thing an inch, that's like that's a lot. Anyway, so hang on, we'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, we're back. I went ahead and cut out some brackets and stuff. This is what I got done. I don't remember what I showed you on yesterday. We got the inside and the outside brackets all just welded in. Went ahead and fully welded those. Dimes, baby. I got a piece cut to go in here so we can brace this up. That's my next step. So let's go ahead and tap it in. See what we can get in here. I did make it a little bit tight-ish. And I got a plate to go on top of it. So I'm gonna use it to kind of I think that'll work. Yeah. Now it'll just cover that in. So first step is to weld this piece in, that little gusset brace in there. And let's get her right here first. And come from underneath it. Ah, that'll work. Well, think that's gonna be fine. Let's get us a tack on the bottom down there. And we'll just weld it in. That ought to hold that. Just kind of tacked it all the way up because I can't vertical weld worth a hoo-ha. So we better set that right there. Before things get too hot, I'm gonna have to take that bushing out of there. So let's tack it in the spot right quick. Like right here. Over on this side. All right. Let me go ahead and get this bolt out of here. I didn't bring nothing to take it loose with. Couple pair of channel locks. Okay, let me full weld this up because nobody wants to watch me weld as usual. But yeah, let me get this welded in here and we'll come right back. All right, I'm back. We got everything welded up. Put the top plates on, kind of smoothed them down a little bit. Got both sides done. Get down here. We got the back plates, or bracing in, I guess the best way to call it. Got bracing in both sides. Got the top plates welded on both sides and across the top. Didn't get the back. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get in there. So, but that's what we got done tonight. That should get our rear end centered up, leveled up-ish. Like I said earlier, last night, I got to do the shock mounts, the lower mounts, where the bottom bars come in, get those leveled. I want them leveled with the center beam, or the center of the axle as well. That's what I kind of did with the top ones. That way I have, when we got to set this pinion angle, we can adjust the bars back and forth to get that angle we need. I think we'll probably pretty much be able to do everything with the top. It is what it is. Once we get the angle of our pinion, once we get the angle on the rear end figured out, then we can come to the top and weld us a cross member across there. That'll give us our shock mounts, our coilovers. Hopefully we can go with coilovers. But yeah, that'll give us our coilover mounts location. So far, so good. I'm happy with the way this has turned out. The tops are fully welded in, the bottoms are still just tacked. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go ahead and burn them in tonight. Sorry about that, guys. My camera cut off again. It's cold out here. I don't know, it's not overheating. I don't know why, it shuts off. Anyway, what I was saying was, I think tonight what I'm gonna end up finishing up the evening doing is going ahead and burning our bottoms on in all the way. And that'll probably pretty much wrap it up for me tonight. Then I can get up and go to work in the morning and then come back and do some more. So I don't know what else I can do. We're gonna find out something. Anyway, let me go ahead and get these burned in, and that'll finish up our rear end. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, welcome back. Just gonna do a recap right quick, show y'all what we've got done. We went ahead and enclosed the boxes on the frame, got the C-notches cut out, got our rear end put in there, temporarily stabilized it. We got the upper control arm, or upper 4-link arms mounted, welded all the way in, both sides. Got the lowers completely welded in, they're hot still. So we got them all done. The only thing really left we got to do, or I got to do, I don't know what this we stuff is. The only thing I have left to do is our bottom control, or our bottom 4-link arm lower mounts. We got to plumb them up. This one's pretty close. I think that one's closer than this one, but we got some adjustability there. Hopefully I left enough hanging out. I got about 1 inch hanging out on each side, so we can adjust those a little bit. But hey, that's going to wrap it up on this video. We got the triangulated 4-link in, and I think it looks good. I think it's going to work real good. So I guess that's that for this video. And I guess next time, hopefully next time, we'll have some motor mounts. We can get that big joker put in there. So I guess until next time, if you ain't doing something, you ain't doing nothing.